Okay, welcome back to the west coast of Scotland. Something interesting happening over here. So that to me looks like a sail of another boat. Now the question is, let's check it out and see if we can find out what it is by using the browser. We do have a bookmark here. Oh yeah, so I said I would turn down the sound in the game here because we're a little bit loud. Just that rain sound comes across in the recordings quite a lot. So I'm here. Funnily enough, just a interesting thing, if you're watching, Greg, it shows my previous route from a couple of days ago at that zoom level. As I zoom in, then it shows only 2 days, which is fine. It's maybe a feature, not a bug. So yeah, I left it on a course that was a little bit too good. I was offline, and it just went all the way down past Inchmarnock, which is this island off the island of Bute here, uninhabited as far as I know. So I've had to turn around, and now I'm sailing up back into this Loch Fyne oysters being a famous product from there, and herring. And I've got Arran, which is a big Isle of Arran. You can see there, it's a big island with a relatively high mountain on it. Yeah, so as I mentioned, that should be Arran. It doesn't quite look like Arran. Arran has a slightly pointier peak. It might be the Lod. It also has a peak that's called the Sleeping Warrior, Sleeping Giant. It looks like a warrior lying on his back. So I think that's most of it, but we're probably just missing the highest peak there because of the LOD settings. But that I do recognize that end, Loch Ranza end over there. So that sailing boat, I want to go in the traffic and find out what's around here. And then we'll know if this is another sailor or if it's just me. So I'm over here. Stelina. Weirdly enough, there's always a boat where I am in the game. And then there's, yeah, behind us there are 2 vessels. STV, something vessel. I don't know what that abbreviation means. A Momentum of Hamble. If we click on it, it's probably a sailing boat. Yeah. So we have different ship models in, which is nice. Okay, so that's actually a big sailing boat. Sail training vessel. Okay, that's what it is. So we do have 2 vessels back there. We should have 2 next to. Let's see what kind of vessel this is. Sailing vessels as well. And let's check our current location. So we are just off the coast of Inchmarnock. It could be that what I'm seeing over there is those sailing vessels. So I'm pretty sure it will update now because I've been paused in the game. I'm pretty sure. So this is Inchmarnock here. I don't see any vessels here, but I'm pretty sure that's AIS, an AIS vessel over there. It'd be cool to have an option that allows you to make the labels more visible. So Microsoft Flight Simulator has an option where you can basically turn labels on, and there's some billboarding going on, so you see them for wherever you are, and they scale slightly based on how close and how far they're away, but they're quite dominating, and then you could turn them off. So it could be something for that menu. I see another motorboat over there in the distance on the horizon. Yeah, I just see one sailing boat over there with its sail. I don't see the ones. Stelina, I think it was back here, but quite a lot of vessels moving around. I think because the storm has passed now. Yeah, and so looking back up, yeah, hard to tell. The Kyles, I mean, directly off my side here, north, should be more or less east. That must be Inchmarnock there, the low-lying land, and then that's Butte behind it. That's the Kyles of Butte. So I don't see the background there. It's the LOD. There's actually quite big hills over there. I'm just seeing this headland here, which is kind of realistic if you've got any kind of mist or cloud over there. But on a clear day, you would see clearly the land over there. So it's quite misleading to navigate looking at that. And then we're going up the famous Loch Fyne here. And I don't even know what that is on my left there. That is... it's the beginning of the Mull of Kintyre, I think. Yeah, so that's Kintyre Peninsula there on the left. And it actually snakes down there and goes all the way down to Mull of Kintyre, which is close to Northern Ireland. So we're not seeing that because of level of detail, but that's fine. This boat's catching me up, I can see. So we've got a bit of a race. Yeah, actually, that's a cool idea. Again, if you're watching, to race your friends, you know, who are sailing real boats on the AIS, that's possible in this application now. So again, funnily enough, I'm up here. What's this? Myron's little fishing vessel. So I'm somewhere over here as far as I can tell. Let's just double check. Try and get them the same scale. So we're still directly off the bottom of Inchmarnock. So we're here. It's uncanny that there's something here exactly where I am, more or less, slightly behind me. So it must be that vessel over there. It looks further away, and I think I see maybe even a motorboat next to it, but I would expect to see that Stellina much closer to me here. So yeah, racing your friends on their real boats as they sail up the Clyde on your virtual boat. That's a thing in Marineverse Cup Globe mode as well. Right, I will set this on a good course. We should be going to Tarbert there. So let's just check this, do this realistically. So we go into our nav table here. I'll just move my height offset down. So I'm in, probably would be like this in here. So let's just get this course. So we're off the southern west coast of Inchmarnock here. Would be really cool also, Greg, just to have a button in here that opens up the marine traffic page and the wind page. Yeah, or everything overlaid on one web page, but I realize that's custom sort of development. So we just want to get ourselves a bearing here for Tarbert. And we'll use our protractor. I want to come in to the harbour there. 308. There's ferries there, so that's what you're seeing. These lines are ferries, as far as I remember. And then we'll come into Tarbert hopefully tonight for a stop in the bay. What did I say? 308. Ah, ooh, there you go, look. Slightly different. 308. I've just been playing Seafarer. It's another ship game. I like to do marine simulations on my channel. And something that could be useful on this boat in particular would just be teleport shortcuts. So it's something you could have in the menu. And it could be, I want to go to the bow, to do the anchors, to the mast, to do the mainsail, down below to the nav table. These are and in the cockpit. These are the most common ones. And if you're listening, Greg, again, I still think a free locomotion mode using the grip things might make some people sick, but as I said, because you've got this direct connection between hand movement and it would be really cool. It would allow you to, position your avatar up underneath the spray cover or to climb up the mast virtually. or to put yourself sitting on the back in all sorts of positions, and you don't need to bother about collision meshes or teleport points at all. We just allow sort of free movement around. Let's just check. Only me online. I won't bother with that check. So yeah, I'll sign off for now. What did we say? 308. Let's just improve our course here. And we adjust our jib, our main. I think that's about it in this wind. Just going to accelerate. Right, we'll keep her at that. So, signing off for now, and I'll see you when we're up at target.